Okay, I get that. I didn't know Ace though. There was a saved title and I did not delete the saved title. Stupid. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, I was gonna do random reaction. Hold on. Prime example of cognitive dissonance. Well, the people that definitely a good example of the people that are evolution deniers. I'll put this full screen before I play it, but never mind. Um, okay. Need to maneuver some things around. Oh wait, this is a long one. If Eric wants me to take this off, let me know. Planet Peterson, tell him I'm I'm mirroring, I guess, his one of his videos and adding commentary.
Go to hell! Why do you believe evolution is a fact?
Because of the overwhelming amount of evidence.
Wait.
Okay, I understand. Explain.
The evidence? Sure. Do you know what would have to be true in order for evolution to be true? Or like what kind of evidence there would need to be if evolution was true?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I was asking you, do you know what kind of evidence we would expect to find if evolution was true?
Sure. Natural changes over time.
Yeah. And so the evidence of that would be, for example, if we can find dead organisms that died a long time ago, if they're different than the ones of today, then that's evidence of evolution. And well, we certainly have that because almost everything that's fossilized is not something that currently exists. Well, actually, everything that's fossilized is not something that currently exists today, as far as I know. I mean, there are types of organisms, like ginkgo trees have been around for 200 something million years, but that doesn't mean that the ginkgo trees 200 million years ago are the same species of ginkgo trees alive today, for example. So yeah, we do have that evidence.
Are you aware of DNA in species and how you cannot mix a species? Certain species you'll never be able to mix, for one. Two, a species cannot just change into a completely different species under the right circumstances or under the right conditions over time. It's physically impossible.
Yeah, I agree that Pokemon is. I agree that Pokemon is not a documentary, but that's not how evolution works. Based on the first thing you said, it appears to me that you think that people that believe in evolution think that a turtle and a guinea fowl kiss their cloacas together and it creates a turtle fowl. Wow. You think that,
like the argument crocodile, which was awesome, and it led to something that was pretty cool. Crocodile. It just such it.
Hybridization is how evolution happens.
False.
Why did you say that animals can't mix their DNA? If you weren't talking about turkey, guinea fowl, cloaca slapping.
I'll let you finish. Let me know when you're done being childish.
You're the one that said animal DNA doesn't usually mix. So why did you say that?
Are you ready for me to elaborate without you interrupting like a kid?
Well, I asked the question, and instead of answering, you asked a question. So I don't think you even know why you said it, but go on.
I'm going to try to get this across without a response. Evolution, the idea of evolution is the idea that we come from fish, we come from monkeys, yada, yada. We've all heard the evolution theory. By the way, theory, still a theory.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yes, fish, monkeys, lizards to a point because of our hips.
Still true.
There is also evolution within certain species to a certain extent. Yes, there have been observed changes in specific species over time. Yes, that is valid. However, in theory,
you need to tell me why you said that organisms' DNA doesn't mix. You're not answering that question.
I know you can't wait to just be quiet for a second. But what I'm telling you is that a fly.
So I fucking hate people that don't answer questions. I can't stand them, which is you right now. And yes, I'm disappointed in you too. You specifically said, we're not going to do anything until you acknowledge what you did, okay? I'm rubbing your nose in the dump that you took on the carpet. You said animals, their DNA doesn't normally mix, which means you think evolution happens when animals hybridize. And if that's not true, then fine. You need...
Yes, one animal will never give birth to another. It's still fucking crazy that evolution deniers still think that that's a thing. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
To tell us, it's the only thing that's going to happen. I promise you. This is what I'm known for. Not letting people change the subject. You need to tell us why you said, well, animals, their DNA doesn't mix. Why did you say that?
You can't mix DNA. That is what I told you. But you're too childish.
You can't mix DNA. Why did you say that? The moment you start talking and aren't answering that question, you get muted again.
Listen. No matter what you do, you can try all day. I can't go have a baby with a horse. Okay?
There we go. So I was 100% correct when I said a turkey and a guinea fowl making, or a turtle and a guinea fowl making a turtle fowl. That is what you believe. But you said no. You accused me of being childish and misrepresenting you, but yet here you are talking about creating centaurs. I 100% knew exactly what you meant. I know what you're thinking better than you do, because I correctly diagnosed your own.
And it can be called homunculi too, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's an alchemist term. Well, from an anime called Fullmetal Alchemist. That's pretty cool.
Thoughts? You denied your own logic, but then you admitted that what you think is exactly what I said you think. I am the master of your own cognition, so this will not go well for you. Now that I have explained what's going on and how fallacious and stupid you are,
you just want to be
now
right
you can go on.
You believe we come from frogs and fish and lizards. You're childish, man. Evolution is a theory and it's false.
Yes, it has been proven true.
Debate. You don't even let people finish their point before you mute them. And
you did finish your point. You talked about you fucking a horse, okay?
I didn't finish my point at all.
Yes, you did. You said I can't fuck a horse and make a centaur.
And say a whole bunch of
bullshit.
You
can fuck a horse. I hope you haven't. But
you're childish.
You said and mixing
you're not ready
DNA.
For this debate. Your mind isn't even.
Right, when are you going to stop crying? My mind isn't capable. I know your mind better than you do because I correctly.
That's a very predictable place that anti-evolutionists go to. You're not smart enough. You don't know the subject matter. You're just stupid.
Described your thought process. You denied it.
No.
And then when I asked you to explain it, you said exactly what I said. You just used two different animals.
You took my mic before I made my point. You're childish. Have a good day.
On the horse thing, I don't need you to because you were talking about creating human-horse hybrids, which is what I said you were thinking.
That's not what I was talking about.
Go ahead.
I did not finish my point.
Go ahead. You can't mate with a horse.
Not mixed is what I was telling you. What I was explaining to you is that the idea of evolution is that a horse can become a fly under the right conditions under a certain amount of time. That's false.
Nobody would ever be stupid enough to say that.
That's not what it says.
No, that is what.
Absolutely not what it says. I hate. I hate people that say that shit. That is the stupidest fucking shit I have ever fucking heard.
The fuck evolution? People that believe in evolution.
Nobody who believes in evolution has ever said that a horse can become a fly.
No,
we would never say that.
This is
that would violate the law of phylogeny. Actually,
I'm gonna tell you why evolution contradicts itself. Evolution, the idea that we come from fish, the idea that we come from lizards. Over time, we just happen to, we come from the water. And then we become lizards, and then over time, and then monkeys, and then right? No, that's silly.
So,
that's
do you know what happens
ridiculous.
do you know what happens when you fuck a?
Ultimately, life came from the water.
That's absolutely insane.
Do you know what happens when you fuck a horse, like you were talking about earlier?
A horse. We're talking about a horse.
You were earlier. You said I can't mix my DNA
I got
with
a better
horse.
one for you.
So when you fuck a horse, do you know?
I'm not sure why Alec does this kind of stuff. I mean, I can see why it's entertaining to him. I would spend more time dismantling his fucking whole fucking worldview, but it's okay. I guess making fun of people and shit like this is kind of fun sometimes. I'm not fucking talking shit at all. It's all good. I'm good with him, dude. I like him actually. I'm a fan.
Alligator over thousands and millions of years.
Yeah, nobody thinks that can happen either. Okay, so when two organisms make a baby, do they pass on their DNA?
Yeah, sure, you could say that. Absolutely. It's
do we have some of the same DNA that fish have?
Some DNA that fish have.
Do we have some of the same DNA that fish have?
I can answer that, Eric. Yes, we do, actually.
We don't come from no fucking fish.
Well, if we do come from fish, then it means we have to have some of their DNA. Because when fish fuck, they pass on fish DNA. And if fish fuck, and then millions of years later, after a whole bunch of fish fucking, there would still be some of that fish DNA.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, human embryos have the slits that you would need in order to grow gills. Even though the gills don't develop, that you have that when you're an embryo. It's weird. And you also have a tail too. Some babies are actually born with tails that they can actually wag.
DNA. So now I'm going to ask you the same question again.
Yeah,
do we have some DNA that fish also have?
Are we all made of stardust or not?
Stars don't have DNA.
Come on, man.
So you know the answer.
We all come from the.
So you know the answer is yes, but I'm still gonna wait for you to say it. Do we have some of the same DNA that fish have?
We all come from the planet, do we not?
Do we have some? Yeah, and there are fish on the planet, so we do come from fish. Okay, I take your concession.
Works.
Yes, it is. Species pass on their DNA when they reproduce. We have DNA that fish have. Ergo, I have the evidence that we came from fish, and you just admitted it.
You don't have the evidence. We all come from Earth.
No.
We don't come from fish.
I do have the evidence because I made you say what the evidence would be. We would have DNA that fish also have. And that's 100% the case. You just admitted we have evidence. Now you can go ahead and deny it. Like when you read your girlfriend's text messages and you say, "What's this?" And she says, "Babe, he's just a friend." You have the evidence. You can deny it. You are free to deny it. But I made you admit that we have the evidence.
We all have stardust within us, of course. I mean, look, we come from the
DNA is not stardust. Thanks for trying. What do you want to talk about next?
So you think we can evolve into fucking alligators and horses under the right conditions?
No, that would violate the law of phylogeny. No currently existing organism can turn to a different current existing organism.
So wait a minute. So you acknowledge that evolution is a theory, yet you're trying to.
Yeah, it has been proven true. Yes.
You've lost your mind, dude.
Okay. Remember when I made you admit that we have DNA that fish have, which is the evidence that proves evolution?
You think we come from fish and monkeys? You really believe that?
You are a fish monkey, and so am I. Do we have DNA that... monkeys have?
Oh my God.
Oh, you're a false god. Crazy. Do you have DNA, or do all of us?
So you're a lizard.
Do we have?
So you come from a lizard?
No, we don't. We didn't come from lizards. No.
No, we do though. Evolution. We come from lizards.
I don't work for the government. Lizards and reptiles and mammals have a common ancestor, but they split.
We come from fish.
Yeah. If that was true, then there would be evidence. And the evidence would have to be there would be DNA that we have that fish also have. And I made you admit that we have DNA that fish also have.
We come from monkeys.
This is, according to you, we have the evidence that we come from fish. You just deny it.
No. I got a question for you. Can I become a fish again over the course of millions of years?
For the 5th time, that would violate the law of phylogeny. I've told you that 5 times. Did you cry this much when you read her texts too? You're like hysterical. Your subconscious knows that you're wrong, but your ego won't let you admit it. And so now you're just engaged in this hysterical cope. I'm going to keep making you admit. I'm going to keep making you admit that evolution is true. Do humans have some of the same DNA that monkeys also have?
Do all species have eyes? Do all species?
Well, I'll just be a good boy and answer your question. No, not all species have eyes. So, do humans have DNA that monkeys also have?
Oh my God, dog! You killing me with this shit, man. We come from fish.
Is that
everybody.
What you said when you read her text messages too?
Guys, we all come from fish. But this guy knows what he's talking about.
Do humans have DNA that monkeys also have?
We can become fish again.
No, that can't happen. Just because evolution is true doesn't mean that
what about that 500 million?
Complete misunderstanding of evolution is true. Those are two different things. That's like saying, do you believe in math? Yeah. So you believe 2 + 2 = 5? No. But you said you believe in math. Yeah, but 2 + 2 = 5 is wrong. Okay, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about evolution. You think you do. That's the problem.
You think we come from fish?
Yes, I made you admit that we have the evidence of it. Do humans share DNA that monkeys also have?
Sure.
Do we share more DNA with monkeys than fish?
Sure. You can say that.
There we go. Evolution is I just made you admit that evolution is proven. And by proven, I mean present evidence to confirm an idea.
Yeah, okay, I am done. Thank you for watching. I guess I will see you next time. Goodbye.